out on X. We are live. Welcome in, people. And we've got a little bit of Pepsi Cherry Max to keep us going for the energy on tonight's raid hour. Tapu Bulu. And I hope everyone's good. Lovely to see people in the chat, and props to whoever the lightning fast mod was who literally put slow mode on before the stream had even loaded for me. Genius move. Who we got? Sue, Casey, welcome in. Sandra, lovely to have you with us. Mike, who's on the raid squad for tonight. Jerry, and Tsunami, lovely to see you back as well. Telepathy, welcome in back. And Sammy, hello, hello. So, we have one block gym there, unfortunately. But the rest of it is, apart from Lamas, we'll gloss over that. That should refresh, though. It's looking as possible if the live stream isn't going to reset on me every 5 seconds. Stupid thing. But why? Goodness me. Irene, welcome into the stream. Grim456 on the raid squad for tonight. Welcome in. Good to have you with us. Charlie Todd, how are you doing? How is everyone doing? Yeah, I know we were checking in yesterday, but how is everyone doing? I hope good. Now, I think I'm going to run the Mega Venusaur for today. In fact, since it's here, I'm going to second move it, because I can't believe I haven't second moved the best buddied level 50 hundo. Let's quickly worm it on so it gets, hopefully, not Pethel Blizzard, we want to see Sludge Bomb on there, I think is what it can get, because it covers the super double weak poison type attacks that we want to see. There we go, Sludge Bomb, fabulous. Let's Mega Evolve it. We had it Mega Evolve earlier today. And it obviously boosts the grass candy catch for Tapu Bulu itself. There we go. So we're good to rock and roll. We'll start here. Tapu Bulu, pretty decent grass type, not too bad, and I would love a 100%er of it. I did see somebody comment earlier, I think it was Tsunami, who said, what's everyone's favourite Tapu? Which is a good question. What is everyone's favourite Tapu? Legendary. Mine is Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu for me. I love the design of it. And I love the fact that, yes, it was yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Alex Netson sent me a shiny raid that came from Pamplona in Spain, which, considering the bull design on this thing, couldn't really be any more accurate. That's great. So, shiny worm, double shiny Wurmple for Beast Cameron last night. Congratulations, that's fantastic. Good pulls. Workers a bit more relaxed. Telepathy, lovely to hear. Jerry, I'm going to pin your message. Thank you very much for posting that. Grumbo PK, welcome into the stream. The Avatar update has actually been live in the UK for some weeks now. I think the best part of 4 or 5 weeks or so. It's been here all the time that the update for the map has been around. So we've actually had the taster of it. So if we go into my avatar, I have a Giratina hat on for that exact reason. You'll probably see the boneless structure of my avatar hidden underneath the mask there. So yeah, we've got the Avatar update a long time ahead of it being released today. Probably it's PDT, the Eastern Standard Time is when it, or whatever it is, this time of year. That's when it's going to get released. That is indeed a Darumaka nest. Walpole Park is a Darumaka nest at the moment. Well, Jerry is part of the mod squad, and it's a very poignant message which is probably going to get repeated 6,100 times over the course of this stream. Now, we do have, I will double check, I'm pretty sure I got everybody added for the radar who's got the right tag. Radar. We've got about 6 people on, which is great, and we are online and ready to rock and roll. So it's going to kick off in about 5 minutes. It's 6 to 7 p.m. every Wednesday. Goodness me. I drove back into Ealing 15 minutes ago, and it was pouring with rain, and now it's completely the opposite. So it's kind of wild. Now, really, it would be nice if it went sunny boost or cloudy boost, but it won't. Keep coming on and going away. I have noticed that, Pokey Haribo. I've seen a couple of my local squad, having it disappear and then reappear when they restart the game. It's because they're probably rolling it out worldwide or getting ready to do so it kind of glitches. Less than ideal, but it will sort itself out, hopefully, you know. Perhaps an XXL on XXS shiny. I would definitely take an XXL shiny of Tapu Bulu. Definitely. Got a 98% Kanto Growler from Field Research Day. Nice telepathy. Good stuff. New update finally revealed. I would say Fresh Frosco. It's not overly new news for us here in the UK or people in New Zealand, because we've had the updates for quite a long time. But it's great that we finally got a release date for the map updates, which is really nice to see. I'm glad that that's actually going global on Monday for everybody, which is genuinely good, because it does give such a nice little quality of life. Even for terrible Pokemon like that, you get like pink trees in the background, a proper backdrop and everything. It looks beautiful. It looks fantastic. And they do vary depending on which direction you look. Now this. There we go. Tsunami, you missed yesterday's stream when they confirmed and announced the event. I am not happy. I'm not best pleased, because Sustainability Week is usually an absolute bomb of an event. It's usually insanely good. And this year they haven't even promoted like cleanups for the environment or anything. Usually they have some kind of eco factor with it, like sustainability. It's why it got its name, Sustainability Week and Earth Day and all that jazz. Now it's just like, yeah, if you had some 2-kilometer eggs and do some research stuff, you might find some Pokemon. Because there's no, as you say, no wild spawns. And I'm just like, what? No wild spawns for an event? It's just terrible. So I'm not very happy, because I have such fond memories of Earth Day and Sustainability Week last year, when we went and played it for 2 days in Krakow in Poland, and that video is up on the channel if you want to go and have a look at it. That was amazing. We hunted Drilber tasks like nothing. I mean, the old town of Krakow, I think if he pops into the chat, which he might do, Andrew Rubb went there very recently. It's such a good place to play, and for European peeps, if you go off season, it's incredibly cheap to fly there. Overall, April has been pretty mid besides Mega Heracross. I would argue that the Sizable Surprises event is up there. Like that was a really, really good event, the Sizable Surprises. So it's like the beginning of April, and then the rest of it's just been trashed. The bug event was horrendous, and Sustainability Week has been firmly shafted in the wrong way. But we've got 1 minute to go before the Tapu Bulus appear, and I want to see if we're going to get Windy Boost remaining, or if we're not. And I'm hoping to get some rare XL candies for tonight, because Enamorous needs some more. It's about 70 away from getting maxed out. In fact, it might be worth me poffering that just for the sake of it. Let's poffen it quickly. Camera off. Rubbish now. Slowly look around while it's doing this thing. This is so irritating. Get rid of the gift. Nobody cares. Right, we do have 2 poffins. Lovely. Nom. I'm quite surprised that the snake tail doesn't eat it. There we go. Come on. Give me the candy and XL candy. And we can turn camera back on. Lovely. Yeah, we'll have to see actually if Sustainability Week and this Kanto return or Kanto rediscover thing is actually going to be real. Because if they put Kanto spawns everywhere for the Sustainability Week, I'm going to be livid. I'll still play it because obviously content, you have to do it, but it's just like, it's been done very badly. Right, they've all spawned except where I am here. Come on, game. Seriously? Actually, we might as well wander up there and go and get that one, since we're here. It's not too far to go and get that one. So obviously I've got a couple of folks, 5 or 6 people from the YouTube comments of the Heracross Raid Day video. You guys will be getting added until you're maxed out or don't have any more passes. Once you are maxed out or burn all your passes, if you could remove me from the friends list, that would be smashing. That's how we run it here. And then Patreon squad members, I'll be pinging the invites that way, making sure everyone gets some equal action. the Wolverine into chat. Hello, sir. How's it going? There's a shuckle party here. Cedric, lovely to see you in the chat. Thank you, Telepathy, for the good luck. Fingers crossed for a shiny, but I'd love a hundo. We managed to bag a 98%er this morning from a local raid. Was it a local raid? No, it was somewhere in England. Who invited me? Oh, bollocks. I've forgotten. I'll have to look back. But raid 1, obviously we're going to jump in private groups so we get all the invites. We want all the invite slots for us. So let's go for RH. Who's on the list? Only 3 people online. So let's send Cedric and Alex. There we go. I appreciate not everybody may be wanting to raid Tapu Bulu. There might be more interesting things that you're going after. Monstars online. There we go. Fantastic. Wave 1 pinged. Fantastic. Whew. 3 people in straight away. Lovely. Would you mind giving a brief overview of what's just been added? I'm sure you have already. So the roadmap of the next couple of weeks is going to look like this with the new add-ins and whatever they've updated with the game. So today, at some specific time in the west coast of America, not quite sure when, but the avatar update is the first thing that's going to get added basically globally. So everyone's avatar, in fact it looks like a lot of everybody's avatars have already changed. There we go. It looks like people's avatars have actually changed already. If you look at Grim here. But no, old avatar? No, new avatar. Definitely new avatar. So the new avatar update has gone live. On Monday, the 22nd of April, that is when not only is this Rediscover Kanto potential rubbish going to happen, but the map biomes overhaul will go global, which is fantastic. That is honestly one of the best things they've done in the last couple of years in terms of refreshing the game. It does look beautiful. I've seen pretty much all the different biomes, like the forests, the plains, the trees, the beach, the cities, etc. And then finally, I think it's the 7th of May. 7th of May is when this new... They haven't really released any details of it yet, but Australia should get a little taster soon. The Go Snapshot thing, which is codenamed like Iris AR, is going to be added to the game, and there's lots of in terms of group buddy AR photos, flying mode for Pokemon, snapshot challenges, and burst mode, and so many details, which is going to be really exciting to see what they do with it, because I do enjoy a bit of AR photography. I've slacked on it in the last sort of year or so because it's just been very buggy and glitchy and they haven't really changed it. So we'll have to see what that's going to look like, but it should be solid if they spent this long working on it. Hopefully they had a good team behind it. I've not been cursed with a new avatar yet, so I think it's rolling out slowly. Crispy Chris, yeah, I mean, we're all in the same boat, and social media is awash with everyone saying rip the old avatars, which, yeah, the updated avatars kind of, they're spookily soulless. They have like very few facial kind of defining features. I think I could liken it to, you know what you use to pipe icing onto a cake, a piping bag? It kind of looks like that if you're going to roughly mould a face into it. We got 1902 here, which you're actually looking for 1953. So we don't have a weather boost, because obviously flying boost, but good luck everybody for your shiny. And no rare XL, which is a bit of a shame, but Chaos up in here. Hey, lovely to see you. Sue getting the most damage. Nice one. And I hope there's sparkles there for you, because there isn't here. It's a good shiny, and I really like the design. I really do like the design of this Pokemon. I'm glad I picked up a... not quite a functional hundo, but it's a 14 HP 98er. Regular for Sue with a 1912, so you're along the same lines as me. Monstar, good to have you once again joining the raid hour. 1900 on the dot. Very similar to me on there. My game turned off just before I got ended on 1936. 1936 isn't too bad, Mike. Hopefully you can catch this. I have actually had 1 or 2 Tapu Bulus already run on me for whatever reason. Thankfully, they were terrible. Come on, get caught. My impatience. David, yes, so the plus point of the avatar update is there are far more customization options. You can customize the body shape, the different hairstyles now finally, lots of different hair colors, and many more customizable items and changes, which is great. It's just the base avatar that they've decided to change and mock up on is terrible in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions as well, but maybe not everybody shares the same opinion. Personally, I'm catching the Tapu Bulu, which is great, with 5XL candy. This is dead. VGE, good to see you in the stream. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Me personally, I'll just be keeping a Pokemon head on my character, the constantly going forward to infinity until they decide to off the game or I stop playing the game, which probably won't ever happen. So yeah, it's the easiest thing to do, is let's get Pavnoka in here, come on. I think Pavnoka might actually come down and join us for Bellsprout Community Day this weekend, which could be good fun. Good to see Paul again. I think we last saw him, it was a fair while ago, off the top of my head. Mike Griffin, the first ball catch, there you go, that's much more like it, mate. 15, 11, 15, so you bag yourself a 91%er, good stuff. Grim with the 1910, so a lot of us kind of got the mids-ish IVs. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep my Giratina hat on in the game until it becomes Halloween season. Then typically what I do is I put the Pikachu pumpkin head on. I think when that got introduced in like 21, it was 2021, and I had that on my avatar for the best part of 2.5 years until they added the Rayquaza head, or the Phantump. Oh, they got the Phantump head. And the Phantump head, the best. That got added this Halloween. It's just amazing. So that'll be added. I'm going to invite Pandy. There we go. Next batch of invites. Excited to see Bully this weekend. So is he playing down where you are, Wolverine, or are you going up his way for that one? Try and sneak into his video. I'm looking forward to May's Community Day though, because we should have a really good turnout for that. Chris Jan is going to come over from Germany for that week. I think we'll have Steve from Norway, who's a podcast patron, coming to join us, possibly Marsville27 as well. Might try and coax Ian down. And who else? I think we're going to get Christian down from around this neck of the woods too. 8 of us in, lovely. Thank you everybody for jumping. I incensed. In fact, you should definitely drop a download to this week's show that's going to release on Sunday. It's a big show. Very poignant, important show. 168th episode. Definitely drop it down now. Right, this one's done. Drowsy's not finishing for another 11 minutes, so we're going to rock on down to Studios in Red Lion. Cheese Balls 8 Great name. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, he's popping down to Florida, is he? Nice. That's cool of him to do that. Nice. Tsunami, what's the next Pokemon you're going to best buddy after that Enamorous Hundo? I'm walking my functional Hundo Komodo. Nice, I rate that. Gotta love a functional Hundo. And then my Hundo Mega Heracross. Thanks for responding to the comment, it made my day. No problem, I try and respond to comments when I can. I sometimes get very problematic with writing. I'm very dyslexic, and trying to write comments and read things takes me about 7 or 8 times longer than it does for like somebody who doesn't have it. So I try and get my way through, but it just gets a bit overwhelming sometimes. I'm trying to work on it and improve it. Right, good luck for your shiny, people. Not shiny here in 1883 is just horrendous. So, best buddy, I think I've got to work on my functional Shundo Katana. As I have a, you would have seen it in a video actually. God, was it the bug out event? I think it was the bug out event video where actually the majority of the video was taken up with a Shundo Katana catch, a shiny Celesteela, and then a functional Shundo Katana. So, did a lucky trade with Marta, and it came out as a shiny lucky 98%er with 14 HP. And Katana is one of the few Pokemon that does actually form a functional Shundo or Hundo. So that's definitely going to be up there. But there's quite a lot of hundos to work on, really. I like to best buddy the hundos, the 4 stars, you know. Can we get this caught? Come on. Crispy Chris listens to the podcast every Sunday evening on Alexa while on PlayStation. Thank you very much for listening to it, and on release day as well. I give that a big thumbs up. Appreciate your support for the pod. We've crossed 3 years of doing that podcast, and we've got some potential very big plans for the rest of this year, which will be very exciting. There's the catch. Lovely. It's an XL. It's not an XXL, unfortunately, but that would have been really good. Right, let's quickly revive. 13 minutes. This is the thing, is the timers go so quickly now. I have to say, I'm not a fan of the 25-minute timers. I think they should be 28 or 30, genuinely, and just instantly switch over. Like they do at major events. Go Fest and tours, they have a 25 or 30-minute timer, but they switch instantly when they despawn. Oh, Mike Griffin, you've got some good IVs coming through. 1945 has got to be either the Goku Bad 98 or a decent 96er. Nice. Ninja, welcome into the stream. ETLS, hey, lovely to see you back. Finally got back from hospital. I hope you're okay. Hope you weren't in there for anything too serious, but hey, welcome back. Did a total of 114 katana raids throughout the event, managed to get 1 shiny, best IVs were 2 98s. Absolutely brutal. That is brutal RNG. Some raid bosses are just ruthless sometimes on the old RNG, but hey, bagging in a shiny, you would have picked up a ton of XL candy for that. That's for sure. Okay, that's 2 batches of invites in. Lovely stuff. Do we have a shiny here? Pokemon Master. Not this raid out, but we picked one up yesterday. Going to a car crash. Oh my goodness me. Glad to hear you're okay. That's pretty serious. %. Nice, Mike. Nice indeed. Best grind spot in London. There are some decent grind spots in London. I know a lot of people in the central London crew will rate Regent's Park as a grind spot. I have been there. I personally don't like it because of signal problems on certain networks, and it's annoying to access. I'm just not a fan of it. My personal spot, my favourite spot, obviously, I mean, it's local, but it's really solid. Walpole Park in Ealing is where I play, and it's such a good nest, such a good park to go and play. In fact, we've got a so we don't even need to move. We just do this one and then jump in the next one when we do it. Do it like Emmy Weedle, the dude who won EUIC, and actually he won Worlds 22. It was in London. I've never met the dude. I've never chatted to him personally, but I do have to say when he won Worlds 2022, he was wearing one of the best suits I've ever seen. It was a Kanto starter suit, plastered with Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, I think Pikachu on there, and that was amazing. So, yeah, sure. Joe Todd, very welcome for the invite. He says, however, I did do Mega Heracross Raid yesterday and got the shiny. Wow, okay, getting the Heracross shiny from the Mega Raid, because the shiny rate would be back to like a 1 in... I can't remember if Megas are 1 in 64 or if they're 1 in 128. But, I mean, congrats. Nabbing the shiny after the raid day's been and gone. Good going, ETLS. Speaking of Heracross, Tsunami, speaking of Heracross, did a trade with my dad, gave him a 96er. Decent. So let's see what our stats are going to be. 1914. Ooh, pretty dead. I gave him the 96% shiny female Heracross. Wow, you're lucky out of that trade. And you got a 10, 14, 15 Xerneas. It's a bit of a... Your dad got the luckiest side of that trade, I've got to be honest. Monster, the final strike, and not shiny here, unfortunately, but hopefully somebody out there will get it. Yeah, 1 in 128. I thought it was. Maybe it's just because it's Heracross. That's the thing. Heracross probably have a different shiny rate compared to other Megas. Because most other Megas are final stage evolutions of other Pokemon. Whereas Heracross is its solo form. It's a bit like Kangaskhan in the sense that in Pokemon Go it's a regional, and its shiny is in the wild and all that jazz in its region. Hey, Andrew, now been a shiny from the invites. Congrats, dude. 1936 isn't too bad either. I think you got yourself a 93er. You know? Good stuff. Boom. That was terrible. Was that a terrible throw? I don't think I even got the excellent. Awful. Monstar with 1922. 1896 for Grim. Oof, that's unfortunate. There's the catch. Fantastic. There we go. Sunni's on the ball with that one. Yeah, Registeel will be, unfortunately, after Tapu Bulu, definitely a downgrade. But, I mean, Tapu Bulu gets 2 Raidouts, so we'll have Tapu Bulu Raidou 2.0 after this one. So there's plenty of opportunity to go for your Tapu Bulu shiny. There's a 91%er. Nice. Nice, Andrew. 91 shiny. 82 shabby. Right, batch of Raidou invites sent out, and then we'll add some Patreon peeps. And fresh Fosco. I'm glad that the stream is satisfactory. I found a new Pogo streamer who's well-spoken and engaged with the viewers. Well-spoken has been worked on for nearly 30 years of my life, but yeah, so try and be as engaged as possible. And yeah, the podcast, you'll hear my voice in a much more crisp, clean audio format because we actually have proper microphones, proper setup, etc. The bless its heart, this Samsung doesn't really offer the best audio quality, particularly when we're next to a busy road at sort of just post rush hour. Dunkers is online. Let's go. Rated K is online. Let's get the Wolverine in there though. There we go. Maybe back-to-back shiny. Who knows? Actually, shout out if anybody was in the channel. God, this was a long time ago. Yveltal Raid Hour, when that was happening in 23. We managed to bag, I think it was on one of our last raids, was a Goku Bad 98 shiny, which then the chat decided I should max to level 50. And that's what the game has gone. Do you know what? You should use that in the raid.
Go to this thing in the afternoon.
The only saving grace, I would say, ETLS, and this is me sort of throwing my tinfoil hat on, but actually using some logic with it, is May's raid bosses are set to be probably 3 things. So there's a bit of Registeel still to go. That will be the final of the 3 Regis ticked off for this season. Then Tapu Fini will probably get a double dose, so 2 raid hours for that. And then we are awaiting the release, and they're the final Ultra Beasts pretty much to come to the game, and they'll be split in an eastern and western hemisphere, like Katana and Celesteela are north and south. Bucephalon and Stakataka due to come to the game with a east and west split, and those folks are the missing Ultra Beasts that are put as question marks on the various different Go Fests. So the global Go Fest will have Bucephalon and Stakataka as shiny released. They're going to come around in May probably without a shiny, so they won't be shiny in their first wave next month. But when they come for Go Fest Global, and if you're in one of the IRL events, either in Sendai, Madrid, or New York, and I'm going to be at New York Go Fest, they will have a shiny potential, which is going to be insane. The Goku Toll has served its purpose well. Renoir, don't have any of the Tapus and no one to raid with. Sorry to hear. Are you part of the Discord? I mean, you've been a long time supporter of the channel. I should hope you're in the Discord, or adding some people at least from the comments. God, 1898. Ugh. Terrible. Wojciech, congrats on getting your shiny. Alex Hunter, lovely to see you, just as we nab a rare XL candy. Yes, definitely a win. Alex, how are you doing? How are the boys? And how was your raid out if you popped out to get shiny? Sadly not. Just pink trees in the background, which looks great. Shout in the chat if you're in that raid and you got the shiny. I think east and west will be easier to get. I will say, folks, and this will be great for a video being based in London. So if it's an east and west split for hemispheres, I can go to Greenwich and get either of both of them. It's a bit like Shellos, where it splits, obviously east and west, but east and west begins at the Greenwich Mean Line, which is in Greenwich, and I can go there and I can play either side and get one on the other, which is just an amazing idea and piece of content. So when those two raid bosses pop up in their various hemispheres, I'm 100% going to be raiding for them and trek over to Greenwich for it. Right, we've got 3 minutes, so let's jump into this one. I think we can then run down to St Mary's and do the batch on the way back. Let's rock and roll. So, non-shiny 1925 for, I missed the name, sorry, I'll go back and have a little look. I've got to invite some peeps. Sammy, Shiny IKEA Mum, Panoko, Molly, might be doing her own raid hour, and Karen. There we go. Somebody's maxed. That's okay. Oh, let's ping Apex from the podcast Patreon invite. Why not? 1915 for Jerry, 1902 for Monster, 1925 for both Grim and Wolverine. Sadly, not back-to-back shiny for the Wolverine. I was expecting with your RNG and lot that could have been that could have been cool. Andrew, saved some raid passes than the Ultra Beast. Yeah, definitely worth it. I think Stack Attacker is going to be more defense heavy, so that will be more of a PvP Pokemon. And I'm sure, I think Bucephalon, being a fire ghost type, is actually set to be quite a strong attacker. It'll be very interesting to see where that places in the meta. Yay, Kevin's in chat. Good to see you. You're very welcome for the invite, mate. Expect another one, potentially. How are you doing today? Use my RNG luck on Heracross. True, to be honest, I'd be very content with the Shundo Heracross instead of a Tapu Bulu. That's for damn sure. It's more useful. Maston, a very good evening to you, man. How are things up in the northern parts of the country? Or the other country that's on the north of England? Yeah, I think it would be really, really interesting to do that. Because I wasn't vlogging or doing YouTube when Shellos dropped and was divided by east and west. That would have been really fun to do. I think back in the day some other content creators did do that. They went over to Greenwich and did that sort of split. But doing the raids, that would be insane. Like, I'd imagine going over there, I'd probably get up at 5 AM, go there and smash a whole day of raids and see like how many we can do. You know, what can we do? Bucephalon versus Stack Attacker. That'd be amazing. Right. This is the final raid of this half of the raid hour. Then we've got 5 minutes to basically wait for the reset where we can just have a good old natter, people. How are people doing now that the bug out event is going to end today? And then we've got a bit of dead time, really, until we get Bellsprout Community Day. That's 3 hours. And then Sustainability Week / Kanto Rediscover rubbish starts on the Monday. 77 more days into NYC. Can't wait. Cannot wait. On one of those websites that allows worldwide raiding. There are some third-party apps as well, I know, that are quite good. Are good resources. I encourage being part of a Discord community if you can, because you get more social interaction that way and you can build up friendships with people and get to best friends and kind of nourish a raiding community there, even though we are limited on remotes. There are third-party apps that are like a quick wham bam thank you ma'am sort of way of getting your remote raids done. And if you want to raid late into the night, they're quite useful. So, good luck everybody on this raid. 1927. Master 27 would approve, probably, but this is going to be kind of mid-stats. 9 rare candy, which isn't too shabby. That's all going into Palkia for Spatial Rend. Sammy with the final strike. And not shiny here, which is a bit of a shame. So sick of the bug event. Well, thankfully it's ending today. I'm very bored of the bug event as well. I was really hoping Cutiefly would be more common, but it's not. And that was like the only thing I needed, really. Kind of a dead 91 or 89%er. Bit meh. Monstar 1892. I can only apologise for the poor stats I've delivered. Sandra, you and me both snapped 1927s. An 1887 for Grim. Goodness me, that's even worse. And Sammy bagging an XXL one. Nicely done. 1896. Oh! Hang on. Burmese not meant really to be in the wild. That's a wild shiny Burmese, not from research. Okay. That I was not expecting to see at all. Sweet. Because I thought it was supposed to be locked in research. I honestly haven't seen a Burmese in the wild this whole event. It's an XL, it's a male, and it's horrendous stats, but that's cool. I will say that's available to trade, because you can see I have the cloaks completed, as well as, I think, Mothim. I have the shiny, and I think I have all the different Wormadams as well. Let's get the encounter number of it. Come on. 1910. That's probably going to be the CP of the next Tapu Bulu we do. Fantastic. Little shiny sparkle thing. You have the family cutie fly for me in NYC. I'll definitely nab one off of you in NYC. I think I've got one lined up from... Actually, I've got one from potentially lined up from Dwayne. It's just one of those shiny, like there's always a shiny that gets introduced that's going to be against you in terms of the RNG. In fact, let's pop that question to you guys. If you're having a backfiring exhaust moped, so is there a shiny in Pokemon Go that has been out for quite a while, maybe a few months, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, that's eluding you? What is your Pokemon that you've tried to get the most but haven't got the shiny of? Sue's got a cutie fly for me. Lovely. That's quite funny. That was the only wild spawn here. Oh no, I'd tell a lie. Bronzor. That was quite foolhardy of me to click it. VGE for Tauros. Mime Jr. for Charlie Lucy. That is an egg Pokemon, to be fair, but yeah, I mean, we live in England, so there was a time when Mime Jr. was literally the most common 5-kilometre egg hatch, so yeah, surprising not to pick that up. I think I have a few spare, but I traded some away. Mime. I have 1 or 2 spare. I traded a couple away for people, but did I hatch this one? This was hatched, yeah. Shiny Paras is a myth. Paras was released a long time ago, actually. That's very surprising, yeah. Bulbasaur and Weedle. I think as if you haven't played those community days back in the day, Weedle was 2020, so that's surprisingly coming up to be 4 years old in June, I think, this year, as a com day. Shame you didn't get it this event. I have 1 spare if you ever bump into me at live event. In fact, I have tons spare. Bulbasaur, that undoubtedly will come back in an event, I'm sure, because they love to milk Kanto-mons. While we're here, we'll take the chance to revive everything. Still need shiny Magikarp. That's Magikarp, you know, if you weren't playing ages and ages ago, Magikarp used to be everywhere. Now you barely see it, and that's, I will say, this kind of fluctuates depending on the season spawns and where you live much more. Back in the day, it genuinely, like, certain Pokemon would appear more in different countries. If anybody is the OG UK player who played in 2016, we had Drowsy like it was a plague. Like, everywhere you went, it was just Drowsy, and you'd see just armies of Hypnos in gyms. That was it. Whereas you looked at Mystic 7's videos back in 2016, and they're getting Dragonites in the wild and Typhlosions and God knows what. We just had Hypno. Bidoof Longshi. I'm hoping you can pick that up soonish. Bidoof in the wild would be fun. Just picked up a shiny Tepig. By Griffin, that is a very random shiny to just picked up. Congratulations on the Golden Pig. That is probably my favourite of the Gen 5 starters. Nice one. Better one is Krogunk. That's quite sad considering Krogunk just had a Spol out. But yeah, outside of events, Krogunk doesn't typically spawn these days. Hopefully, you can nab one. Right, we're going to jump straight into these next batch of raids. RH people. I see a couple of people have removed me already, which is great. Somebody's reached their limit from that batch, which is absolutely fine. Barside, is he maxed? Alex, I'm going to ping you an invite. I think Barside's maxed. There's no surprise there. And Alex is online. Good. There we go. Still don't have Shiny Drowsy. Shiny Drowsy took me so long to get, actually. It took me a really, really long time to get it. I think I actually picked it up randomly at Liverpool Safari Zone in 2021. It took that long to get it. So, yeah. Quasar has avoided me for years. 180 raids, no shiny. 180 raids, no shiny. You should write to Niantic and complain of a criminal act. That is terrible. That is really bad. I'm sorry to hear it's been that terrible in the old RNG for you. I was going to invite Master Laxus, who's a fairly new Patreon. And Stewie Man's online. There we go. Lots of people are getting maxed out at this point, which is A-okay. Let's get the Wolverine 2 in there. Let's go. Cool. How's life post-Coops? Less ginger. It's not technically post-Coops because I've still got to edit him. That's tonight's job, is editing the podcast from this week. The AZ Gamer, do you have Solgaleo or Lunala? I haven't actually evolved either of them, because originally when Cosmog arrived in 2022, my Cosmog that I caught at the top of Zugspitze, which is a 10,000 foot tall German mountain, it was terrible IV, so I decided I'm not going to evolve it, and then I just haven't evolved the ones that I got subsequently. We got 2 more as part of another event in 23, and I've just chosen not to evolve them personally. 350 checks for Krogunk. Little way to go, but you'll get there, I think. You'll get there. I know there were lots more people posting their shinies that have eluded them. Sorry, I couldn't read quickly enough to get through them all. But I'm going to wish you all best of luck in either a future event or random spawn or research tasks. It is worth checking the monthly field research tasks and what pops in as new and what changes, because you might be able to find a random shiny that way. I remember there was a random research task that gave Doduo, and I got my second shiny of it after 2,000 plus checks since the first one. So sometimes that's the best way to go. Mike, thank you very much for joining for the raid hour, as always, dude. And I'm happy to have delivered some decent stat ones to you this week. Usually all I deliver is Pokemon that run. But I appreciate you removing me. I think a bunch of other people did it as well, so if people are not online and not joining, then we'll just slim it down to Patreon members. Right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Obviously 1953 is your sacred number. We got 1901. Jeez. Yeah, 1953 is your normal hundo, or if you're going to be in cloudy or sunny weather, you'll be looking for 2442. So it's a nice mirrored number to look for. What raid number is this? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is raid number 6 or 7, I think. Not shiny for me, unfortunately. 1921 for Alex. Hey, good to see you in the chat, dude. Sue with a regular 1916, so we're all kind of getting terrible stats on this one, which is a shame. We may not get the shiny luck this week, but I am chasing Tapu Bulu. So if you see me online, Patreon peeps, feel free to ping me an invite. I wish I could jump in everybody's raid, but I have to be somewhat strategic and see who I've not raided with, you know, the previous day, or who's a VIP Patreon and stuff. I'm not a fan of it. I like the old days when you could just like, hey, I want to jump in with that person, but now I have to be somewhat stringent with the invite acceptances, which is a shame. It's a real shame, because I loved the global raiding community. It was so good, so healthy. And I still stand by Staranka being a sack of manure for removing that. I'm just going to jump straight into the next one. We'll ping some invites out to, let's go, Alex, Jerry, come and join us. Cedric, feel free to join us. Hannah's online, there we go. And let's go for somebody more random. Jeroen, let's see if he can jump in. Love from Mississippi. T-Tiger, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're having a good day. Mississippi, is it kind of like early afternoon or late morning over there? Wishing you a good Wednesday either way. Gonna say my raid pass for Necrozma or the new Ultra Beasts. The thing with Necrozma, and I think I rounded this out very concisely and clearly on this week's podcast, is if you want to raid Necrozma for the shiny, wait for global, because if you're not going to one of the IRL events, like if you're not actually traveling to Sendai, Madrid or New York, you won't be able to get the shiny through remotes. They'll shiny lock it to the in-person location only. There's a bunch more people online, which is great. And then one says to be said, stop telling me rubbish, game. I see Linz is online, I saw Lampinius online, Louise online. We had Leon. Thanks for the gift today. I also have 2 remotes. Leon, I'll ping you an invite for the next one. When I've caught this raid boss, just ping in the chat as well, because I do have you on the friends list, of course. Happy to do so. Do we have any Shundos? Alan, always a great question. Yes, I have 9 Shundos to my name. 3 of them, so a third of my Shundos are from trades. My first 2 Shundos, which are both very good Pokemon. Okay, one of them was a Lucky Friend trade. One of them was a random special on the Christmas Day 2019. So we've got some good ones. We've had 3 Community Day Shundos. What else? 2 Legendary Raided Shundos. And one of them was a wild random spawn off of a lure during a Go Fest. So, got some cool stuff. But I know there are plenty of people with more Shundos, better Shundos, etc. All my Shundos are level 50 best buddy. That's one piece of solace I'll take from our little collection. Cooper Robinson, welcome to the stream. 12:36. There we go, early afternoon. I was sort of on the ball with it. God, I love the Litleo. Yeah, the Litleo was so incredibly random. So random. If you haven't seen that video, if you're new to the channel, I know not necessarily like people don't always like to go back and look at previous years Pokemon Go content, but go and check out the full Go Fest video from 2022, the first one, not the finale one with Buzzwole, etc. Because we got a Shundo Litleo off of a lure. Random lure spawn, I had no idea it was 100%. It was like, oh, it's a shiny Litleo, cool, let's see if it's male. It wasn't male, and bang, it was a Shundo. And I told everyone else, hey, there's a hundo on the lure, get it, get it. Come on, Shadow Apex Lugia for the win. Let's go, go, go. Jamie D. Brown. Yes, that's okay. I mean, if you're new here, you won't know the rules and regs. So yeah, I don't add people from the chat, but what I do for raid hours is there'll be a video towards the end of the week. In this case, it will be Bell's Community Day of that video. And that's how a bunch of people got added for this one. So that's the best way to join me for a raid hour, for a temporary ad. But if you're looking for more consistent people to raid with, definitely jump into Discord. What's going on there? It killed my Lugia, revived it and brought it back. Goodness me. Right, down this one goes. Best of luck, everybody. May yours be a shiny. We want to see 1953, 1892. Bloody bin lorries. This one's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alex getting the final strike. Nicely done. Panda, good to see you on the stream. How's it going? Not shiny here, unfortunately. Just terrible stats. Beastman Shundo. Oh, Shundo Joltik, though. That's one I was really hoping to get on that research day, but I didn't even get a shiny one. Shundo Joltik is definitely an amazing one. Fantastic. Down for radar as well. I need to give Leon a proper tag. I'll make sure I do that after this raid hour. I'll give Leon a proper tag. Ching. 54 hundos. Finn 900. It's a fantastic little collection there. Great. 54 hundos. Absolutely beautiful. The Shundo will come in good time. Like, technically my first wild Shundo in the wild that wasn't a trade was an EV Community Day one. So Community Day is delivered first. Yeah, mostly trades, like genuinely just trade. Instant, oh, come on, instant breakout, for goodness sake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 5 more raids if we can easy catches. There it is. Fantastic. Sam, lovely to see you in the chat. How's it going? Let me just jump in this round. We'll continue chatting. First shiny drillbur the other day from the local nest. Nice. Before Sustainability Week with the egg lock and research lock. Congrats. It's such a sick shiny. I got my second shiny drillbur from the same nest. Completed the family within 66 checks. You bossed it. You absolutely bossed it. Leon. There we go. There's Leon. I think I deselected it. There we go. And I'm going to go through the Patreon and see who's not been added to a raid recently. Louise, Linz, there we go. Ping Mufti, and there we go. Good stuff. Next wave of invites will be Pandy and a few other people. I think my first non-traded Shundo was about 5 years of playing the game. Having started in the summer of 2016, it came through EV Community Day, which is August 2021. So yeah, it took a long time to get a Shundo. Haven't had a Shundo since a Lucky Friend trade back in March of last year. So that they are few and far between, but I see some people get them all the time. If you're salty about other people getting Shundos, don't look at social media. Because it just seems like everybody else gets them, which is crazy. On the other hand, I can't be mad for anybody else getting Shundos. Like, honestly, if anybody gets Shundo, it's just props. Like, seriously, good luck and absolutely amazing. If they get Shundo Ray Boss or Shundo from the wild or something like that. They're one of my favourites I got to witness was Sue with a Shundo Burmese actually on LA Synod, just driving around, about to go back to the Airbnb, and she pulled a Shundo Burmese from the wild. Open this up to public very quickly, see if anybody's there. Snipe. Pandy's in, Alex and Leon. Linz. Oh, you're all out of remotes. No worries. So thank you very much for letting me know. Not a problem. Did you evolve that Eevee? I won't. Shall I spoil it? I mean, like, you can go and watch the Eevee Community Day video. Seriously, it's a good one because it obviously spans the whole weekend, and we got a Shundo on both days. We got a Shundo from one day, the Saturday and the Sunday as well, and the one that came on the Sunday was spooky, so we nearly lost the spawn. But yes, I've evolved both of them. They're both they're my first and second favourite evolutions, and they're level 50 and the best bodied. T-Tiger, I did see that you and Fleece King are two favourite Pogo streamers. Thank you very much for the support, and honoured to be included in the same bracket as Fleece King. Wait, why am I walking away? There's the raid here. The raid is right here. Post on Pokemon Go Reddit. What was the post on Pokemon Go Reddit? Have I missed something? Or there's some news dropped? I'll undoubtedly have a little look in a second. Come on, Bulu. Get done and dusted. Come on. Ooh. Got a Nundo Eevee, haven't evolved it. Now, I think I have a random Nundo Eevee. Nundo Eevee would be cute. I'd leave that as an Eevee itself as well, Andrew, to be honest. It's funny how you get used to things going down super quickly. Like Katana, I was used to that being absolutely annihilated in a few seconds. And now Tapu Bulu is a little bit more tanky. Just a little bit more. Not the worst, but 15 minutes might be a bit of a stretch to get 1, 2, 3, 4 raids in. Crispy Chris, don't put that energy out there, seriously. We don't need more Weedle and Caterpie, oh my days. We really don't. I think we were talking about this on yesterday's stream, but it's actually scary. If you look at the Kanto decks, how many potential community days are still left in Kanto? There's, Horsey, Zubat, both the Nidorans, Mankey now, which actually wouldn't be the worst one in the world, to be honest. 1931, this isn't horrendous. Just threatened to bring out his PoGoMiloUK. Bring out the PoGoMiloUK. Hey, it's double super effective. Being a poison type, it's double super effective. Ah, final strike. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Some of the potential community days from Kanto wouldn't be too bad. I see, yeah, Horsey and Mankey and stuff. Mankey I can understand because obviously Annihilate has only been recently released earlier this year. Non-shiny 1919 for Panda, unfortunately. Shame there's no sparkles. But the likes of Horsey, this one for Bellsprout, should really have been a community day in 2018 or 2019 in my view, to be honest. They should have been com days way back in the day. Long overdue to have happened, and it's kind of a joke that they're happening now in 24. You know, when we've had the likes of Axew Community Day and all that sort of stuff. It's a bit wild in my view, but hey, I am merely a Pokemon Go content creator, and Niantic obviously don't listen to what I say. Why would they? Why on earth would they listen to what I say? Maybe we should make another Niantic skit. Although that probably wouldn't be too conducive to future relations. Hey, would you mind sponsoring me for this future Go Fest? By the way, here's a clip and a video of me taking the mickey out of you. Alright, that's a nice batch of people in there. 5 people added. Horsey, so yeah, Chaos up in here still needs the shiny Horsey. I think a lot of people would need the shiny Horsey because it's not really featured in a crazy number of events. Oh, let's get Michelle. Michelle might be available and down. Science Seth has put you in, and oh, Woa Gengar's online, one of the more recent additions. Fantastic. Good stuff. Bring back the intern. Oh dear. Yeah, ETLS. Sue and Charlie Lucy have answered the question for you. Patreon is the way to get permanently added. And sort of Patreon gives you the tag on the friends list of being invited to raids, even when I'm out and about vlogging and stuff like that, and doing raids. So that's the permanent edition. Best way to do it. But you also it's not the only thing you get as being part of the Patreon squad. You get bonus content, which we just posted some of the stuff in Sense podcast there. I'm working on getting the LA stuff all up, and I need to backtrack through London Go Fest and through New York Go Fest from last year. There's a bunch of stuff I need to put up there. So Patreon get like footage that's never been seen on YouTube before and all that jazz. Raid invites at 4:30 AM. Yeah, if you're awake at that time in the East Coast. An Ace 803 YT. Got to rate the YT at the end of the name. That's why I have it on my Pokemon Go name. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. We're going to dash because we only have about 6 minutes left because these damn raids finish 5 minutes before the top of the hour. So I think we'll probably get 2 more done if we're lucky. We need this one to finish being a raid boss, and then hopefully an easy catch. Telepathy, hoping we'll be on Patreon member one day. Money is tight right now. Trust me, having just paid a bunch off for New York, I know the feeling. 1940. That is only 13 CP off of the hundo, so this could be a potentially good one. Let's go. Did we get new Red XL? That's a shame. Right, good luck everybody. Best of luck everyone who's in that raid. Nice Yveltal shiny Akimum. May it be shiny for you folks. It's not shiny here, but I'll take a 1940. It ain't too bad. Oh dear, Panda getting in a 1905. That's what we want to see, a nice quick first ball catch. Ooh, that is a bumblebee coming to do a raid with me. 93, 15 attack is not too bad. Oh, right, we'll level up with Woa Gengar, but this gym doesn't have a raid on it, so 3 minutes. I think this will be our final one, unfortunately. Alicia just nabbed the Tendo. Nice, 1870. 10, 10, 10. Dwayne, a good evening to you. And yes, just as Charlie Lucia said, we we bagged a shiny Burmy out of all things. Oh, Panda is maxed. Leon, I'm going to ping you an invite for this one. Because you're tagged with RD, that's why. The RD for Raid Day tag. And obviously I type RH for Raid Hour. That's why it gets lost. Great friends, yes, that was it. Hitting great friends, that's enough Raid Hours ticked off to get that friendship level up. You might see there are quite a few people who've been reoccurring for the Raid Hour ads. I think Tom Baker, Mike Griffin is basically beyond Ultra Friends now with all the different events and ads. Which is just jokes. Right. Ooh. Okay, I've got to invite 3 people and then invite another 2. Jerry, come and join us. Ooh, Darby Russ. Let's go. Right, there we go. And I'm going to open it up to public as well in case there happens to be some random people. You're wrong, you're about to get a shiny Tapu Bulu. I hope you're correct, ETLS. I do have to, I'll give another shout out to Max, I forget their last name, but they popped into the stream yesterday and then their line was, you're going to get a shiny in the next 7 checks, and 2 checks later we got a shiny Weedle on the Spot Hour. So they were on the money. Level 41, just need to evolve the Eevee and walk in one. We're going to wait for Eevee Comde Classic. Eevee Comde Classic wouldn't be the worst one in the list, to be honest. I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, the level 41 stuff, or level 42 stuff. Best of luck getting those evolutions in. Liav, very nice to have a shiny Tapu Bulu, a 98%er, or Shinety8, I think is the nickname that it's given. Good stuff. Right, this will be the final raid of the stream, just because there aren't any other raids dotted around. This gym hasn't refreshed with a raid on it, which is a bit of a shame, despite having it despawned the Drowsy at 620. So why it hasn't spawned an egg or spawned the raid boss, I am confused. Shundo luck to Kevin. Yeah, if anybody's going to get a Shundo, it would be either Kevin or Dwayne. Colby, very best of luck nabbing that shiny Heracross in the near future, hopefully. Now it's no longer in a raid day boost. The regular shiny rate is a 1 in 128 for Heracross. So it's a lot harder to get the shiny from the mega raid. But not impossible. Not impossible. Rarest hundo is a Shundo Mewtwo. Ace. Jealous. Very jealous. My rarest hundo, if we're talking absolute rarest, that is a very good question. I have to dive through the hundo collection. But I'm not sure. It's got to be some random costume hundo from a Go Fest or a random hat thing. Best hundo? I mean, Shundo Rayquaza. Shundo Rayquaza's up there, as well as the Shundo Kyogre. Come on! They should turn raid spawns off 1 hour before the raid hour. Yep, Crispy Chris, I fully agree with that. And I think we've been saying that for years. For literally 4 years, I think. Raid hour started in 2020 or 2019. They should clear the gyms like they do for a raid hour. 1920 over here, so we're now a good 33 CP off of that 100%er. But very best of shiny luck to you for the Bulu, because it's a good shiny, very good shiny. Oh, and the shiny Yveltal gets the final strike. Alex got the style point. I was meaning to scroll then. I wanted to see everybody. I think Jerry got the fight. Was it the distance one? Good luck. Final raid, and it's not shiny. So it's a shinyless raid hour this time round, but absolutely fine. That's how it goes sometimes. We got our shiny yesterday from Alex Nexton. And another first ball catch. Look at that. Fabulous. That's very nice and easy. Jerry with the 1934. Mate, not too bad on the old IV front. This is a 13-13-13. Wonderful. You might have yourself a 93er there, I believe. Oh, I tell a lie. It is not the final raid of the stream. Look at that. It just popped up. How long's on the one with Lamas? Ooh. If we're clever... How quick is it to get? No, that's further away. I reckon we could do this one and then go and get the other one through Walpole. Let's do that. So I'm actually going to jump straight into public and I'm going to try and blitz 2 more raids, people. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I don't know if Pandy's max, but I'm going to add those people. Wait, did I? I'm sure I selected them. There we go. Last chance shiny raids. And sometimes the shiny luck, folks, does come through after 7 o'clock. That's when it comes through. It got worse. 1892. Panda. Ouch. 1938 for Alex, though. You're not too bad on the old IVs there, mate. Thanks for popping in, by the way. What should I do after he gets to level 20 in GBL? Regarding GBL, I don't know anything. I don't know the meta. I don't know what rewards come from where. You could probably try and go for Legend or something along those lines, but I know it's a lot of hard work. Oh, Linz is out of passes. Molly, come and join. Alex has 2 more passes. Fantastic. That's perfect, because that's the exact number of raids we have. There we go. Lovely. Invites dished out. We're going to quickly revive our bits and pieces. Pratham Holder, appreciate your support. Really glad to hear you enjoy the content. Videos and live streams, etc. Good to have you on board, man. I hope you're having a good day, good week. Halfway through to Bellsprout Community Day. Yay. Won't say no to a Shundo, but I think I said this, and Bellsprout would be brilliant because it's on the decoy grunts if you're hunting Giovanni as a Shadow Shiny. How cool would it be if a Pokemon that has a Shadow Shiny potential, or even a Shadow in the game, on the Community Day, you could chase the Shadow from the specific Rocket Grunts? That would be insane. It would have been amazing for Bagon, Comday Classic, but that's a Comday Classic. Bellsprout would be perfect as a candidate to get that ticked off. Right. I am going to hot-foot it because it has like 11 minutes on that raid at Lama, so I think we can get there easy and then get back. Leon ran out of remotes. No worries. Hey, thanks for joining and thanks for reminding me that you're on the friends list. Glad you could pop in for a couple of them. Good news, Hundo Caterpie. There we go. That is the best catch of the stream. VGE, Hundo Caterpie. You got to tag Mike Nerdlaw in the catch. Congrats. Hundo, can't have a shout at a Hundo. When will the 24-hour challenges return? This is a very good question. Thank you for asking, Renoir. There have been a smattering of events so far in the year that would have been worthy. Just unfortunate in the terms of timing of where they sit. The Verdant Wonders / the Rocket Takeover event would have been perfect, but it started on a Thursday and then it had a Groudon raid day on the Saturday. So the problem with these sort of events, and now there's podcast commitments and there's real life commitments, doing renovations on where I live, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and it just means that trying to organise for a 24-hour challenge is super difficult. And then when there is a good window of time to do a 24-hour challenge, the event is bollocks. Like the bug out event, that window of time would have been quite good to do a 24-hour challenge, but the event is trash. So you need those culmination of perfect circumstance and stuff to all form for a 24-hour challenge to be worthy of doing. 1908 here, fingers crossed, second to last raid of the stream for anybody who's in that one. I hope that May can deliver something good and some good timings, because nowadays it's very rare that we have a week that doesn't have an event running on the weekend, and running a 24-hour challenge over a weekend is possible. 1901 for Panda. It's gone up since the last one. And not shiny, unfortunately. we'll be able to snipe one more raid, folks.
Hello.
My girlfriend just caught a hundo caterpie. Nice, so we've had 2 hundo caterpie catches in the stream from people. Congrats. Wonderful to hear. Can't ever snub a hundo, you know. And the timing as well, perfection. Alex, 1928 on the CP. Not many shinies actually tonight. Less than a handful. But that's sometimes how it goes. And Tapu Bulu does have a very long time in the raid, basically 2 weeks. And we have another raid hour next week, folks. Yeah, Sandar was a shiny release through eggs, but it wasn't like the only focus of the event, thankfully. There was, you know, Shadow Groudon from Giovanni, new Shadow Shinies. It was kind of like all aspects had something to chase in that one, which is good. There's a hatch day at the end of the month. Exactly, there's a hatch day on the 28th of April. The last Sunday of April. There's a hatch day. We don't know the details of that one at all. I'm having a horrible suspicion it might be something trash, but that's it. It's like if I, for example, wanted to do a 24-hour challenge for Sustainability Week, I wouldn't really be able to do one because of week time commitments, podcast edit, moving my girlfriend into my place, and then the weekend has its own event. And with a 24-hour challenge, you need to start, finish, and because you're so knackered after doing 24 hours, you need time to rest, and then it takes like 2 days or 3 days to edit it. And if there's other events going alongside of that over the weekend and stuff, it just pushes the video back, and that it becomes very tricky. So, oh, hey, that is nice. Shiny Darumaka from the nest with the pink tree in the background. Come on, we may not be getting a Bulu, but we're getting ourselves a Darumaka. Come on, quality shiny from the nest. Let's rock and roll. Or let's torch it up because it's a fire type. Nice. This is actually the 3rd time that Walpole has been a Darumaka nest this season. 2-star, but very nice for a random trade. Just, oh, folks, I know it may be way down the road, but wait for Shadow Shiny potential Darumaka. That thing will be amazing to look at. 4109. 4109. That's quite a lot of checks for good old Darumaka. Well, there we go. A shiny one. Come on, that's a cool shiny, peeps. From the nest as well. Burmian Darumaka. What a pull. What a pull from the... I'm just so surprised. And thankfully, Darumaka's not bug related at all. Dwayne, got my 3rd male combi of the event today. Ouch. Sorry to hear, my man. Have you managed to pick up the male? The female. The female's the one you need to evolve. Sorry. Thank you, peeps, for the congrats on the shinny. It was very unexpected. Very unexpected. Dwebble. Oh, okay, an XXL Dwebble. I'll have you for the sake of it. Why not? And we're here with not too much time left on it, but that's good. Hang on. There's another one. Okay, we're just finding more raids. Let's go. Exactly. We could do this one. Public with this one, and then we'll be able to go to the next one in Lammas. Come on. Right. Let's ping those invites. 2 people will be maxed, but that is okay. There we go. I guess. Invites be sent. 0.1 seconds of dopamine from that show. is the 0.1 seconds to end, I'm guessing, is the time you realise it didn't have the little red blob on the front of it. Wolverine was making lunch. You dipped out at just the wrong time, man. We picked up a shiny Darumaka from the nest here randomly as we were walking through, because we thought we'd had one last raid, then one more spawned where we were, and then we've walked to another one. We found there are 2 more that we can do. So we've actually got a bit of a late wave going on, which is amazing. And I will definitely be raiding them. Let's go. I'm going to do 3 invites and then 2. Come on, game. I do despise this when it breaks up those invites and goes, I'm afraid you have to send them in a batch of 3 or 4 and go, yeah. There we go, somebody else is maxed. Let's go to the tail end of the friends list. Very quickly. Ping. 6 peeps. Lovely stuff. Now have 7 male combi shinies. Ouch. 24 hours live stream. But the Samsung's about to die, actually. You can't even hack an hour. It's an hour and 10 minutes streaming and their Samsung's dying. So a 24-hour stream might have to be done from desktop, but playing from home for 24 hours would be very tedious. Also, I don't know, the thing about holding your phone out at night in London, you just potentially invite trouble. When you're walking around with a camera, it's a bit more heavy duty. Knock on wood, I've never had any trouble with anybody during a 24-hour challenge night session. You know, people don't want to mess with me. But also the camera, you know, if needed, can be an offensive tool. Not offensive in terms of social media, but in terms of battle. Battling a hooded youth, if needed. If it's shiny, you'll sub. I'd recommend you sub anyway, because, well, I would, because it's my channel, but hey, welcome. And we've got quality content coming out all the time on the channel. We live stream at least twice a week. Every spot hour, every raid hour, we live stream. If there's an event that's on the weekend, com day classics, maybe egg hatching days, we'll be live streaming those as well. And we put out videos too. 1911 here. That's serious. Oh my god. What is going on? The YouTube... Oh my god, what is going on? What the actual hell? I'm really sorry. I don't know what on earth was happening there at all. The phone was just going, you're unable to connect to YouTube despite having phone service. It was kicking me off, throwing the apps away. It's still not charging the phone. It's just had a proper meltdown. Oh my god, it's still not charging. What is actually wrong? What is wrong with this thing? Seriously. This is ridiculous. It's lost so much percentage in such a short time, and I'm plugged in and charging it with a super fast cable and a battery pack that works, and it's just not charging. So I might have to cut the stream off. Just as JT pops in. Would you believe it? Is that a bad omen? JT, good to see you, my man. How are things? Hopefully you're not losing battery power. We were gonna go and do another raid. Stay at 4% for me. Come on. I'm having to hug the battery pack. I'm actually hugging the battery pack to make this run smoothly. What has this become? Unbelievable. Right, well, we will go and do this other raid to finish it off. JT, do you want an invite? Or are you maxed out for the day? Still blurry. I don't know why that is. It's showing off. It's still, oh my god, it's still not charging. I think, folks, we can't risk it because the phone is about to die, so I'm going to wrap up the stream here because it's not charging. It hasn't been charging for like 5 solid minutes. So appreciating all of you dropping by as we're hatching some rubbish 2-kilometre eggs. Appreciate every single one of you, and thank you so much to my mod squad for helping out enormously on these streams. They really are a splendid team of peeps. Appreciate anybody who's a new subscriber, and I will see you all very, very soon for Bellsprout Community Day. We're going to live stream the first hour of the Com Day, so 1:50 p.m. BST. We'll live stream the first hour. So I've got to say, do take care because we're on 2%. Unreal.